Make sure you check them out on Facebook, JSS. They are hooking you up with Muay Thai. We're going to start it out tonight with an amateur Muay Thai bout scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. Coming out first, fighting out of the red corner, standing 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in last night at 166.5 pounds. Doing it for UCTC. Let's make some noise for Trent Sivley.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage right now in our first fight of the night, we have Trent Sivley. This man stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighed in at 166.5 pounds. He is 25 years old, coming out for a Muay Thai fight to get the night started. Now, Ben, what do we know about Trent, where he's training out of, and any of his background that we can give?
Hey, thanks, Matt. Yeah, so Trent is coming out of UCTC, the Ultimate Combat Training Center. It's kind of a pinnacle around here in Salt Lake. We have a lot of high-level pros in and out of there training all the time. Right now, the main striking coach is Julian Reis, who's a local pro. He's on a tear and a great boxer.
It's definitely someone with some hands if he's going to be teaching it. And UCTC's been around for a long time. You've also got Nicholas Studham, the son of Mike Studham, who actually started the gym that's also training out there and working in the corner tonight. Let's see what his opponent looks like.
No doubt.
All right, and his opponent tonight going to be fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 167 pounds, doing it for Fight City. Please make some noise for Carlos Reis.
All right, here he comes. We've got Carlos Reis. He's fighting out of Fight City. He's standing 5 foot 8. He weighed in 167 pounds, and he's a ripe old age of 19, born in the year 2004.
All right, getting that fight experience to go with all that life experience he's got.
Right.
Now, you did say that he's training out of Fight City. Now, that's Eric Wallin's gym, if I remember correctly.
That's
Eric
right.
Wallin, he used to be a champion here for SteelFist. He's fought for Bellator. Phenomenal MMA fighter who turned into a professional boxer the last part of his career, and he's been doing great in the boxing rounds, and still training all the up-and-comers out there at Fight City. And so yeah, this is going to be fun. This is going to be, like I said, first fight of the night, Muay Thai rules. So with amateur Muay Thai, it is going to be 3 2-minute rounds, and so some of the rules similar to our amateur MMA rules. They can kick to the head, they can throw punches to the head, they can't knee to the head, but they can knee to the body, they can trip, all those great things, but they can elbow to the head. You notice that each of them are wearing elbow pads because this is an amateur Muay Thai fight. They put the pads on so that they can legally throw those elbows to the head.
Yep, and they also with the Muay Thais, they will be able to clinch. They'll be able to work with the clinch and in the clinch. So knees to the body in the clinch, watch those elbows on the clinch, catching kicks,
catching kicks, going for trips, all those things. Those are all part of the game in the Muay Thai side.
That's absolutely right. The dangerous game.
All right, Tyler Thompson is our referee this evening. He's looking over at Trent's corner. Trent's corner is saying something about the elbow pad. I believe he's talking about the band on the right arm of Carlos Reis. He was concerned about it, but the referee doesn't seem to be concerned, so they're letting it stay.
Oh, and Carlos Reis is coming out throwing heavy hands.
Big hands by Carlos. Landed some big shots. Not really giving Trent. Whoa. Going into the MMA side of things right there. Now you can trip. You can't do a takedown.
We are not working from the ground. We're not scoring takedowns. What I saw was maybe an intentional.
And that was a knockdown.
It was a knockdown.
Yes, and so what you had there was Tyler Thompson, our referee, giving not quite a standing 8 count, but just making sure that Trent was good to go to continue on the round.
And he seems to be. Seems like he's gotten his hands up. He's trying to play a little more defense and get some of his combos working. But man, Carlos is all on him right
Carlos
now.
is bringing a lot of pressure, making it very difficult for Trent to string anything together.
Trent's tied on that tie clinch right now. We'll see if he can work from it. They're a little close together though.
Yeah. Ooh, nice throw. And now throw does not count as a knockdown, but it does count as an offensive move. It can build points. It's not quite as good as throwing an elbow as far as the judges are concerned, but it does show good control in cage tactic or ring tactics.
And that was a full-blown head and arm throw like he was in an MMA fight.
Right, and great job. You're seeing it slow down a little bit from Carlos. Not a lot, but just enough that it looks like both of these guys are now able to kind of string some things together.
Absolutely.
Instead of just pressure.
Yep, that's absolutely right. They're working back into that clinch. It looks like that's where Trent wants to be for now. I'd like to see him get a little more separation and be able to work.
I like seeing him throw that knee off the separation. That was great. Now, you did make the comment a little bit earlier of how close they were in that clinch the first time when Trent got the trip. Yep. The throw.
The sweep.
Yeah. Reality, it's a sweep, but it was a throw.
A throw,
right?
For sure.
it was a full-on head throw. He stepped through, did all that way. But, traditionally, you're going to want to try and keep your hips back a little bit when you do plume in for that clinch. You want to kind of get your elbows in front of their collarbones.
That's right.
So that you can create that space so that you really can throw those knees with some force and impact. Both of these guys kind of keeping it really tight together made it really difficult for that to happen.
Yep.
But I did like those side knees that you did see both of them throwing, but that really good one that Trent threw right at the breakup of that clinch. That was nice.
That's right. Those knees to the body may not be a knee to the head knockout shot, but man, that can do some damage.
I've been knocked out of breath and just dropped a few times just from knees to the body. And it doesn't have to be necessarily to the solar plexus. You can get one to the liver that can drop you really quick. And sometimes just those ones that bruise the ribs make it really hard to breathe.
Oh, yeah.
Or crack a rib.
Crack a rib. They even can catch you right square in the belly on an exhale and you're right out of breath.
Absolutely. All right, so that first round, who would you say, obviously we're not the official judges, we don't get to see what their card looks like till the end of the fight either. Who do you think took that round?
I think Carlos took that round with his early flurry.
Oh, absolutely.
Trent really kind of brought his composure back at the end of the round and halfway point into the end, but I think Carlos takes that round.
I think so too. I think that Trent woke up. Great push kick. I think Trent woke up at the end of the round, but I think that Carlos did enough early on and throughout the later part of the round that he definitely, in my opinion, won it.
I agree. Here we go back at the clinch. You can see he's kind of working his hips back there. Trent is. Got him up against the fence.
Love to see one of these guys just kind of slip an elbow in there. That's why they have those elbow pads on. And as far as points are concerned, those elbows do count for more points than any other strike.
That's right. Ooh, that's a good kick to the body. He's
followed by a nice kick to the leg.
Yep. We've seen Trent throw a bunch of those body kicks. I'd like to see him set it up, and I think he might be able to put some damage on Carlos. So far, Carlos has been able to half block them or kind of work with them.
And Carlos is countering with those kicks to the leg on every single time he's taking a kick to the body. Either he's closing in quick or he's throwing those leg kicks. And right there, I don't know if that one's going to be a illegal contact to the groin or if that's just going to be cause and effect.
Cause and effect.
They were both throwing kicks at the same time and just – when you're that close, it doesn't always work out the way you want it to.
It happens. It seemed inadvertent for Mars. It doesn't seem like Tyler's going to take a point.
No.
Carlos is ready to go. They're back at it.
Good show of sportsmanship there.
Yeah, and you mentioned Trent is taking these shots to the leg, and adrenaline.
Nice left hook by Trent.
Yes. Adrenaline can be kind of your enemy here because you don't think it's doing damage, but it counts. Every shot to the legs counts.
Well, legs and body shots, they count in the third round. That's where they pay you back.
They say paying in dividends.
Yes.
Investing in.
Yep. You are putting that work in for the third round to see how much of their mobility you can take away from them in that third round.
Absolutely.
But speaking about adrenaline, kind of being a double-edged sword, the adrenaline that Carlos had coming into the fight, he had a lot of energy. He still looks good. I think he's definitely still in this fight, but you can see a lot of that adrenaline is worn off in his momentum. He's not coming in quite as aggressive as he was into the first half of that first round.
That's right.
And sometimes that's, a little bit of rust, a little bit of anticipation, getting ready for the fight and getting it built up in your head, and as soon as that bell rings, you want to come in with everything you've got. And then you just naturally slow down.
Yeah, sometimes you're 19 years old and you're chomping at the bit to go
sometimes, like it happens more than once, right?
Yeah, no kidding, right?
All right, so that round, do you really, looking at the card, I think that you and I both agreed that Carlos took that first round. What about the second round? Do you think that it was still Carlos, or do you think that Trent did enough to take that round?
I think it was a closer round. I think Carlos probably took it again. He's just been busier the whole time. He's been on the front foot. He's been pursuing and been putting his combos together.
And those leg kicks might pay off, but at the same time, I think that I'm going to play devil's advocate. I think that Trent might have been able to take that just because the body shots and with the legs, throwing the body kicks, throwing the head kicks that he was attempting to. I think that Trent might have actually taken that round, but it's so close. I'm just glad that I'm not a judge.
Yeah, no kidding. And to argue with myself, it is also Trent engaging and starting that clinch and getting into initiating that clinch.
And again, Carlos throwing several leg kicks in counter, and then Trent throwing that body kick, and Carlos is catching it. Trent's not throwing it with as much gusto as he was earlier in the fight, so he's kind of leaving it there a little bit longer, and Carlos is capitalizing on that.
That was a good left hand from Carlos.
Yep, great exchange there.
And there we go. He'll catch one back, huh? Step in elbow, tight clinch. Somebody's got to find a little bit of space and throw that knees like
throw the knee, or start throwing that right to the body.
Yeah, wide open, huh? He heard you.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I'm accidentally a corner.
Yeah.
sometimes they just happen to hear me talking to you. Nice overhand right repeatedly from Carlos.
Yep. I don't know if he's smelling blood or if he's just still feeling aggressive, but he's really forward. Good left,
that straight
check left.
You know, one thing that I'm noticing with Carlos, his fighting style just happens to be forward the entire time. He's not cycling back. He's not cycling around. He's going straight forward the entire time when he's attacking, and even just when he's measuring up with Trent. He's been moving forward the whole time.
That's right, and that as the shorter fighter, that's what he should be doing.
Yes, you got to close that distance.
Yep, negating that range and getting in there and turning it into a little bit more of a dogfight. Now that's one you'll see in amateur Muay Thai, but not amateur MMA.
Nice. This is the last couple seconds. This is where you really put it on out there to leave that impact in the judge's eyes on who won that fight. Now this is the last round, so we're not going to see, you know, a championship round. That should be it, and we're going to find out who won. But that's what you want out of your first fight of the night. These guys came in and they exchanged, they banged. They didn't, obviously, neither one of them was able to finish this fight, but you know, it's not as easy as it sounds. Knocking someone out with those gloves is not as easy as it sounds, but they put on a hell of a show, and I wouldn't be surprised if this goes either way.
I agree. I don't know. I think I'll reserve judgment until it does come. You know, better to be thought the fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt.
Absolutely. You know what? Let's take it to the cage and find out what the ref said.
Talk amongst your table. Figure out who you think got it. We don't care because we're going to go with what the judges say, but you can talk your table into it, see what they have to say.
Do the half and half.
There you go. That's not too bad. The jeans with a nice sports coat, right?
Yep.
I've got the answer. Can I get both fighters to the center of the cage, please? Both fighters to the center of the cage. Do me a favor, gang. One more time. Make some noise. Here are your scores. Steven Farragher with a score of a 30-26. Rich Montanez with a score of 30-27. Dennis McMahon with a score of 30-26. We're going to double check something really quick, make sure we get it right. Make some noise for both the fighters. We get it double checked. Your winner by unanimous decision, out of the black corner, Carlos Reis.
All right, I'm here with your winner, Carlos Reis. Carlos, man, that was a great fight. You looked very aggressive in that first round and very controlled in the second and third. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling amazing, dude. This is what I want for my life. This is fucking Brazil! Porra!
All right, that's that 19-year-old aggression you got there, man. Is there anyone you want to thank tonight?
Nah, I'm good, man. I just have to go to home, chill, talk to my mother about that, because she didn't know that I'm here right now. She don't like that, but I love it, dude.
Awesome, man. You got to be careful with doing that kind of thing. All right, man. Are you going to come back and do this for us again?
Absolutely. Hey, I want to say something from where I born in Brazil, in the capital of Brazil, Brasilia. I'm from Riacho Fundo 2. It's like a ghetto in Brazil. It's really dangerous. Everybody look at me right now, and you guys that are thinking I'm American. Nah, dude, I'm Brazilian. I'm Brazilian. I know it's hard, but I'm Brazilian. This is fucking Brazil, caralho. It's where I'm from. Shit.
All right, man. Thanks so much. We can't wait to see you come out and do this again. Everyone give it up for your winner, Carlos Reis.
The hardest time of the night for these guys is this part. They got to get their picture taken.